Alright, what is up, guys? It's the Sandman back at it again with another reaction video. And we got a special one today. We got a new band on the channel. We got Black Sabbath, and I know a lot about well, not a lot, but I do know a good bit about Black Sabbath, I should say. Obviously, one of the front runners of pioneering heavy metal. Tony Iommi, the originator of heavy ass riffs, man, badass guitar playing, evil guitar playing. Um, and of course, I've heard a lot of their classics, man. I've heard Paranoid. I've heard um, what's that? War Pigs. Sorry, I slipped my mind. I've heard Iron Man. What other ones have I heard? I've heard NIB. Um, hmm. There's another one. Oh, Planet Caravan. I've heard Planet Caravan and Heaven and Hell. I think those are songs I remember hearing from them. But there's obviously a lot more I haven't heard, and this is from their album. They're one of their more famous albums, Paranoid, Hand of Doom. So let's get right into it, man. I'm looking forward to it. Ozzy Osbourne, Geezer Butler. I hope that's the right name I'm thinking of on bass, and the person on drums, something Ward. I think something Ward. I don't know, but I saw the live video for War Pigs, and that guy was kicking ass. So all these guys can kick ass, I'm sure. So I don't know what to expect on this track. I've heard a lot of different musical elements from these guys. They're capable of doing slower stuff, more instrumental oriented stuff, and also heavy stuff. With the heavy ass riffs and things like that, and even some faster, like more high energy type songs too. So let's get right into it. I'm looking forward to seeing what they got here. Hand of Doom. Let's go.
What you gonna do? Time's caught up with you. Now you wait your turn. You know there's no return. Take your empty road.
Woo!
You join the other fools. Turn to something new. Now it's killing you. First it was the bomb, Vietnam, Nepal, disillusioning. You push the needle in. From life you escape. Reality's like fate. Colors in your mind. Satisfying time.
All right, that was a good time to pause right there. Not at all what I was expecting to hear, man. Hand of Doom, I feel like this sounds like a very booming, heavy track right off the bat. And it was after that, after the distortion kicked in and everything. But I love how they built it up. I love how they introduced the lyrics. Um, had the nice, simple little synchronization between the bass and the guitar with that main riff. Um, and of course, once you can hear almost Iommi's like turning the volume knob up before getting into the heavy stuff right there, man. And then Ozzy starts singing louder and everything. But yeah, Hand of Doom. I'm still processing the lyrics a bit. There's a lot of different stuff going on. Some of it's very generic, but I remember, that he obviously mentioned the Vietnam and war, and that War Pigs on the same album was about, addressing war and things like that. So I think this is solely it's kind of about like mentality of war, or disillusioning from like life or reality. You know what I'm saying? There's another lyric about that, kind of like um, you put yourself in a different world, or you become like a different type of person when you're dealing with these sorts of um, dark actions, like war or violence and stuff like that. So I'm still processing it, but so far instrumentally, just very. It took me by surprise. I will say that. Whoa.
Oh, you know you must be blind to do something like this, to take the sweet that you don't know. You're giving death a kiss. Fool, little fool now. Your mind is full of pleasure. Your body's looking ill. To you, it's shallow leisure. So drop the
Ah, okay.
spell.
Okay, okay.
Don't stop to think now.
Woo!
You're having a good time, baby, but that won't last. Your mind's all full of things. You're living too fast. Go out and enjoy yourself. Don't buy within.
Facts.
You need someone to help you. Take the needle in.
Oh, shoot. All right, it's a good time to pause here. I sense a solo coming, so don't worry. I will rewind this build up back. But now I'm getting a sense of the lyrics, man. I think obviously about drug use. Stick the needle in, of course. He mentioned it earlier. I should have picked up on it, but here we go. Um, yeah, man. Of course, hand of doom. Your body's growing weak. You're stealing sleep. You're giving get death the kiss. All signs point to drug use, man, and with the lyrics here. But let's talk about the instrumentation, man. Very good riff. I love that riff change. I didn't know when to stop because I was expecting something different. I didn't want to like pause it right in the middle of a change or something like that. But these guys killed it with the transitions here in this song. I like the sort of gallopy picking, not really like thrash metal galloping, but like the I love that really catchy riff. And I like how one thing I like about Black Sabbath, the songs that I've heard, I love how they double track a lot of the guitars, in the studio versions at least. Live, obviously, I don't really think they can do that. They have a different like setting to make the live sound good on its in itself and make Iommi sound good in itself. Obviously, with the help of Geezer Butler's amazing bass playing, but with the solos I've heard like they double track the guitars like on War Pigs. It adds a really cool effect to it. Like you hear like two it's like two players, but you hear like two different personalities in the solos, and you can kind of hear it in the riffs as well in a way. So I love how they do that. And I love this breakdown part that just happened. Um, might be my favorite part of the song, to be honest. Really digs in very nicely. Obviously, it's not like 80s 90s stuff where they have the like the more advanced production, but you can see like this is pure songwriting and pure song like structure and how to really deliver the best punch in a certain part of this in a track. You know what I mean? You don't really need a lot of the advanced effects. You just need the right. You just need how to set it up, and you know how to execute, and that's it. All the other stuff can help, but especially in the '70s, man, this would have been crazy to hear this. And it is crazy to hear this. These guys are amazing. So let's go right back into this after this verse right here. Mm. Oh, looks like they're bringing out full circle, man. Dope solo, man. I love how Iommi. He's also a bluesy guy, bluesy soloist. A lot of these '70s guitarists, man. That's what they do, man. They're good at putting the blues and like sort of taking the blues and sort of deviating it, in their own to suit their own style, man. A lot of these English guitarists, they're really good at that. Um, Very cool solo. I didn't have the double tracking like in the other songs, but it sounded amazing. Really cool change of rhythms too. I love how they changed the rhythm up in the solo with the drumming, and the bass in the background's also killer. Compliment to the soloing by Iommi. Um, Overall, really cool how they did that. Its songs give me a very avant-garde, progressive, even like a progressive rock type of vibe to it. It's different from what I've heard from Black Sabbath previously. Definitely a big surprise. Yeah, and I also love how a lot of his solos they sound very like pentatonic-y, but he throws in a lot of extra notes in there, not just a blues note, but I hear like a harmonic minor. I know I've seen like live clips of Iommi just soloing with off the bat live, and he throws in like a harmonic minor notes, and just changes it up so it has a little jazzy feel to it sometimes. So I love how he does that. It's very his style. You can tell when Iommi solo is an Iommi solo. You can tell it's very distinctive.
Now you know the scene. Your skin starts turning green. Your eyes no longer see life's reality. Push the knees, face that sickly grin. Holes are in your skin, caused by deadly pain. Head starts spinning round. You fall down to the ground. Feel your body heave. Death hand starts to weave.
Wow.
It's too late to turn.
Ooh. Ooh.
You don't wanna learn. Price of life you hide. Now you're gonna die.
Wow. Dark. Very dark. And one thing that this main riff in the intro, and of course this latter section, like the concluding section of the song, it has this sort of sense of nonchalance to it. The dun, 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 it sounds very business-like. You know what I'm saying? But the beauty of it is in context of the lyrics, in context of what all of the song's elements have, and what it's conveying. outlining the highs and lows of the experience of either getting high or doing drugs or psychedelics, whatever it is, heroin. I don't know what this song is about. Through the highs and lows, the moments of euphoria, escaping reality, then turn, mentioning the bodily effects. You're growing thin, you're weak, your head starts spinning round, you start to heave. All of this stuff just escalating into this very dark conclusion, right? And then, of course, outlining is just this little riff, dun, 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 just this business like, no nonsense riff, and it just sounds so cool, but also so dark when compare it and juxtapose it with the actual song and its meaning and all the other elements, the heavy riffs and the you know all those sorts of things. So I love it, man. I love it. It's very great songwriting. I never realized like the effect. You don't realize the effect of it. Of course, it sounds catchy and groovy in the beginning, but you don't realize the effect of that riff until you've heard the whole song. And I love how they did that. This is an absolute epic track. Now that I think about it, this is a dark, beautiful piece. Honestly, very progressive rock, metal, or like vibes that I'm getting here. A lot of different elements, rhythm changes. You have a nice little solo section. And this song didn't even need a long solo, man. The song for me was really about the 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 build up in the lyrics and the breakdown and the contrast between the the slower volume down riffs and then re-entering with the heavy aggression that outlines the horrors of the experience and the sort of self decay that happens through drug use and things like that. um, it's just very, very good, well constructed song. I'm actually blown away. Like the more that I think about it, what I've just heard, the more impressed I am. Really, this is definitely something I'm going to be replaying. Um, and shout out to the drummer. I'm sorry I'm forgetting his name right off, but um, but also shout out to Ozzy Osbourne, the way he delivered those lyrics. He has a great voice for this type of stuff, for this genre. Um, what else can I say? The bass playing obviously is a highlight of the track. Complemented the solo very nicely, but obviously it really it really drives the song in a sense, with the bass playing here. But that's all I gotta say. Hand of Doom, very, very dark, but a very beautiful song, man. For metal, this this is this is brilliant. Really is brilliant. That's all I gotta say, man. I'm gonna be replaying this a lot. This is like, I was not expecting this. A lot of surprises in this song, man. But I can't be more happy right now. But I also, I'm happy, but at the same time, I'm a little disturbed. But in like, I know that's what they intended it, so I know that they accomplished their goal with this track, at least for me, man. Hand of Doom, great stuff. Hope y'all enjoyed this reaction. Make sure to like and subscribe. Peace out.